Hello guys, and welcome to this Volks Wizard video. Now today is a day of the year I really look forward to. It's the day of Audi Driver International at Castle Combe circuit in Wiltshire. Now I know there are other Audi shows, but this is probably one of the biggest in the country, and it's the only one, as far as I know, that is a dedicated Audi event with track time, and that's important because car shows are great, but when you can see these cars going flat out around a circuit, especially one like Castle Combe, it brings another dimension to the event. Anyway, so normally I take a track day car down there and drive around, but this year I've been loaned a very special car by Audi UK. Well, I think I have, unless it was just a dream. I've still got the key. Let's see if it's still here. Yep, that's still there, not a dream. Okay, I've just put the shutters up so you can get a better view. It's a brand new Audi R8 V10 Plus. It's a 610 horsepower and it's got quite a few options on it. It's £153,000 list, this car. It's a Quattro version, so it's got four-wheel drive, even though it's got the Audi Sport badge on the front of it. But I'll do a full video of this car in due course. Today it's all about Audi Driver International. And my friend Malcolm is here. How old are you now, Mal?
Getting on.
And that's his TTRS there, which we're leaving here today. So we're going to both hop in the Audi R8 V10 Plus and head down to Castle Combe for Audi Driver International. See you when we get there. Okay guys, here we are at Audi Driver International. Now the weather has improved a lot. We had a really wet drive down, but the R8 V10 Plus was superb. It's here on display with a load of other cars from Audi UK, so it's looking pretty good. We'll give it a quick wipe down because it was pretty dirty. So I thought, if you're not here, you've never been, you might want to see what's on, so I'll just give you a quick tour of what's here today. And if you love Audis, you're gonna love it. Now actually, just going on track is a parade lap from the RS3 Owners Club. They do an amazing lineup just over by the track, by the Strawford Centre. It must be 100 of them today, but they do a parade lap, so it's probably a low speed one, but we'll go and have a look at that. Okay, let's have a closer look at the Nogaro Blue Club display. So it's unusual for a colour to attract this kind of loyalty, but it is a very special colour. It's the original RS colour. Came with the RS2 originally, and they've used it on numerous other cars, but by and large it's RS4 that it will always be remembered for. In fact, Audi have got Nogaro Blue R8 rear wheel series on their heritage fleet now, or will be going on to the fleet, so maybe in future years it will be on this display too. Right, we need to go and have a look at the RS3s, because these guys kind of take over the event to some degree. They used to call it RS3 Fest, which got a bit confusing because it looked like a double booking here, but no, it's a separate lineup, but it's all part of one event here at Audi Driver International. But when you come here, you can kind of understand why they did feel like they were a big part of the event. They could call it RS3 Fest because it is awesome. So we have got a car from the Isle of Man, so I guess you could call that international. Audi Driver International is true to form. No number plate, which obviously looks pretty cool. Nardo grey with a big splitter. I'm a bit unsure about Nardo. I think it looks cool on there, but I'm not so sure it looks cool on there, and I can't really work out the difference. Could be the wheels, could be the splitter, could be the black optics on that one, maybe. Yeah, definitely black optics. Look at that registration number. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Big fan of the A2. It's sort of like wasn't particularly well received when it was new, but these are surely going to become future classics. They're not a particularly fashionable car yet, and they weren't at the time, but I think I'd quite like to drive one. And this is the colour Storm. I think it's got the early grille though, which shouldn't have, because the early grilles were smooth, and then to kind of make them a bit more palatable to people's taste, they put actually a grille where they don't need a grille, because there's no radiator there. So that's the colour Storm. So it's got the black arches, and they did a few different colours. Okay, next up, the wind is blowing, but the sun is coming out. We've got the TT Forum. So not to be confused with the TT Owners Club, this is another Owners Club, but they're both equally as enthusiastic about coming to this show, which is great. So that's an R8 sneakily in there. That is the R8 that was previously owned or driven by Richard Meaden from Evo magazine. It was an Audi press car. It's one of the few manual R8 V10 Pluses, I believe.
I'm more than happy to go out for a drive if you want to come
that's the manual.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it had the matte finish on it though, but that looks pretty cool. So loads of different TTs here, Mark 2s, Mark 1s, modified, standard, very early one with the 6-spoke wheels, 17s. I think they're the ones to buy because they look like the original concept car. Loads of S2s. Again, S2s are rocketed, as has this beauty. So yeah, amongst all these S2s, we have an RS2. So the S2 you could buy in coupe or estate, but most of those were coupes. The RS2 was estate only because they didn't want it to tread on the toes of Porsche, because they'd nicked Porsche's wheels and their brake calipers, and they'd nicked their mirrors. But they were, I'm not sure they were as related as they are now then actually, but there was a bit of coordination between the two. And even this red reflector is a tribute to the one on the 911. So they only did this as an estate, so it didn't steal sales from the 911s or the 944s even. But the S2 primarily sold as coupe, although there are the odd estate cars. In fact, there might be one down there. Okay, you may see a little sign on the windscreen now that says parade lap. Every lunchtime at Audi Driver International they organise a parade lap, which is, I think it's probably 10 quid to enter, and you can drive with your own car, no helmets, no real risk because it's slow speed. Take your kids out, have a good time on the track, you know, slowly, albeit slowly, but it's still exciting being on a track in your own car. It might give you the taste to do track days in the future. Okay guys, here we are on the parade lap at Audi Driver International. So this is, I think, £10 to enter, and you don't have to wear a helmet. It's quite a slow speed run around the track, as you can see, but you're still on a racetrack in your own car. You can bring your kids with you and have a good time, and put your foot down. But maybe not drive like that. Yeah, so drive safely, obviously, when you come around the track, but see what a racing circuit's like, and you might get a taste for track days, and you might be on track next year in your own car. Okay, as well as loads of club support and trade support, we also get support from Audi UK at this show, and this year they brought down a fine selection of cars varying from like the new Q8 to this thing called the Ugly Duckling. So this, you might recognise it from the A5 video from a few years ago with the song There Once Was an Ugly Duckling that in the video became the beautiful A5. Well, this is the car. So I gather it's a replica. But yeah, funny looking thing. Let's see what it says on the board. So yes, this was used by Audi UK, yeah. So I'll put a link in the description to the original video so you can see this car in the advert. This car doesn't need much introduction though. So this is a late 20 valve Quattro, and this one's unregistered, no miles at all, just delivery on and off transport, is apparently worth probably in the region of £200,000 we reckon, because it's never been used. And just check out those tyres. Incredible. This is the new A6, which I've driven in Germany and the UK now. This is the new A8, which looks pretty similar. But when they look so good, there's no harm in it being similar to the A6. And this is one of my favourite cars of the day, the R8 RWS rear wheel series. So this is the two-wheel drive R8, and it's got the 540 PS engine on the normal R8. But yeah, this is a car that was driven by Harry Metcalf a few weeks ago on Harry's garage. And this is a new A6 Avant with its Quattro-inspired blisters, which still look good every time I see it. This is the A7 Sportback. I think I drove this one in the UK. Yeah, really nice drive this one. This one's a powerful petrol engine, so this is probably the one I'd have. And now we have the Q8. Well, a controversial design, shared a lot with the Lamborghini Urus. Big SUVs, not everybody's cup of tea. I don't particularly like the Q7, but I don't mind the Q8. I hate the BMW X6, but I think this looks pretty cool actually. I love this colour. I'd have to have it in this colour. But what would you rather have, this or that? Well, say in the comments, but can you get more different cars from the same manufacturer? Well, I guess with Lamborghini you can, but yeah. So this is my, let's be clear, this is my loaned Audi R8 V10 Plus. So this is Arrow Blue Crystal Effect, standard 19-inch wheels, a hell of a lot of carbon because it's a Plus, and very badly cleaned by me a few minutes ago. So it's got laser headlights, it's got the black grille, it's got the later Audi Sport badge, even though it's a Quattro. So yeah, this is a show and shine then. So this is a nice Audi 80 from about 1986. This is last generation A6 S-Line. Nice S3. RS Q3, yeah, I wouldn't have noticed that was an RS apart from its funny little badge which doesn't say Q3 on it. I wonder if they're going to change that on the new version. Interesting car, the RS Q3, so it's got the 5-pot from the RS3. 5-pot RS3, but it's an SUV. And I think it's slightly detuned to give it more torque, more tractability, but yeah, interesting car. This is a Q3 in a very orangey colour. Is it the same as that one up there? I'm not sure, I can't remember the colour now, I haven't had much sleep, but yeah, it suits it nicely. Interesting TT. It's got to be on air, surely.
Sorry.
Nice good green RS4. Now I do have a thing about the 70s Audis, because Audi was a very unpopular brand back then compared to even BMW, but I'm old enough to remember them, and they were so rare that you do remember them. Nice original Quattro. Nice TT. 80, Roy Craig's B7 A4, nice grey A3 TTRS with a very shiny grille. Is that standard? So that's probably the lacquer number plate. That looks nice, very nice. Very good for a black car. Got Toyos on it as well, which were standard fit back in the day. SQ5 as seen on the front cover of Audi Driver. In fact, it's been in 2 issues now. and a modified A3 of some sort. And I'm getting too close to this man's car, which is multiple concourse winner, Chris Wood. Chris Wood's multiple concourse winner, TT 3.2 in Kingfisher Blue. Stunning car, stunning car. Stunning. Look at that number plate as well. How cool is that? So, as well as being a car show, Audi Driver International is also a track day. You don't have to have an Audi to go on track. Any Volkswagen Group car is welcome. So Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, Skoda, Porsche. And it's a session track day, so you can just buy as much time as you want. Every session's, I think, 20 minutes. And it's about 30 quid. You don't even have to have a car. You can come in a van.
Yeah, we definitely need some brakes. Yeah. See if we can got a little bit of grip in the end, definitely. Feels really lovely on those MSS Springs. Beautiful. Balance. Brakes are coming back now. It's really spinning its wheels up. It's about as much horsepower as you want in one of these. Oh, it's beautifully balanced. Springs.
Okay guys, well that's the end of Audi Driver International 2018 here at Castle Combe, and it's been a very good day. I have driven the R8 on track, which, considering I hadn't driven it on the road in the UK until yesterday morning, is quite a significant thing for me. I've been around the track in a Clubsport S driven by that lunatic Simon Harper, who's driving that car as it was intended, unlike me, because I was too much of a wuss. So it's great to experience it, even though I don't own my own anymore. And I've seen a lot of friends and customers. It's been good to catch up with some people, and it's been great to make this video for you. So if you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, please share it amongst your friends, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one soon. Okay, hold tight.